This game is called It's a Neil Gaiman Universe, We Just Live in It. Neil has created some of the most extraordinary, peculiar, and eccentric characters that have ever graced the page and screen. So Neil is going to read descriptions of some characters, and you have to tell us, is this a character from one of his books or stories, or did our writers make it up? And remember, if you get it wrong, Neil is right beside you, judging you.
I'm sorry.
Are you ready?
I will forgive you. It's them.
I know. I'm sorry.
But it's okay because you can't see their body language. Miss April Spink and Miss Miriam Forcible. Two elderly women who tell tales of their former lives performing in the theatre, but in an alternate reality, are two beautiful young ladies who perform in the theatre for dogs.
You made it up.
Neil.
Aww.
It's real, they're from Coraline.
See? I told you I'm not a stalker.
It's okay. Yeah, that's right. You just proved your case. Good job.
The Sleer, an ancient, very large, snake-like creature with 3 heads and a body composed of creepy bits and bobs, distorted faces of the dead, the corpses of various species, that sort of thing.
Well, I know this very well because it's the first book I read. It's from the Graveyard Book.
Yes.
It is indeed.
And how does the Sleer song go?
Well, the Sleer doesn't have a song. Not yet, anyway.
That's a problem. Not yet, anyways. Were you a dark child, Neil? You were describing that your daughter came to you with all these stories.
I'm not sure. I was a bookie child.
You were a bookie
I was much more bookie than dark. I was the kind of child where my parents would frisk me before family events and find the book and lock it in the car. And then be disappointed when somewhere at the event I would find a book and just sit under a table where nobody could get me and go back into bookland.
So yes, a dark child.
Dr. Wainscott and Sootsby, a palsied phrenologist and his mute assistant, whose primary duty is to collect specimens of Londoners' bad memories. On the weekends, they play trombone for passers-by in Covent Garden.
Well, I think you made it up.
It is from a novel called Dusk Gardens, which was made up by the writers of this show.
That is the most British-sounding name of all times, though. Dr. Wainscott.
I just thought it amusing that your writers came up with the name Dusk Gardens, which is almost impossible to say without hawking on somebody. I would never call a book Dusk Gardens because booksellers, gobbed on all over America, would be complaining.
Right, at signings, you have to give them, like, the little plastic sheets for the front row.
Exactly. Dusk Gardens.
Dusk Gardens.
Chernobog, a rough-hewn elder man from Eastern Europe who enjoys knocking people's brains out with a sledgehammer. He is the Slavic god of darkness and likes to play checkers.
And I know this as well. It's from American Gods.
It is indeed.
I really like that he plays checkers. It's like sweet, knocks people's heads out with sledgehammers, and then checkers.
Yes, Saphira.
I think it's sweet.
People are like that, though.
I know.
It's the joy of people.
I know, they're really tough.
On the one hand, checkers.
On the other hand, smoothies.
On the middle hand, knocking people's brains out.
Exactly.
I really enjoyed reading that part, though.
Thank you. I liked writing that bit. And I can't say that about everything. Canticle Foster, a short, squat man who carries a white cane and who literally sings for his supper. Any food he croons about will magically appear. He dislikes boats.
He dislikes boats. Do you dislike boats?
I quite like boats.
Then I think it's made up.
It is from the BBC TV production Left Hand Road, which again was made up completely.
Woohoo!
And our last one, Merv Pumpkinhead, a wisecracking, pumpkin-headed man of rude disposition who performs odd jobs and oversees construction tasks, often seen smoking a cigar.
I heard people laughing at Pumpkinhead. I don't find this character familiar at all. I would say you wrote it.
Think again.
You wrote it.
That was good. That was edging off one way and then veering back.
I've learned my lesson.
And you would be right. Merv Pumpkinhead is in Sandman.
I wouldn't let her get that one wrong, no matter what happened. I wanted to make sure you would be able to leave here. So, but you nailed it. Well done, Serene. Congratulations.
Your job is to sing the correct lyrics.
Oh, dear God. Hang on. Hang on. You used the word sing there.
Yeah. Whatever approximates that for you in your world.